welcome to and today we're going to be reading stories on Reddit, our nosleep. I'm so excited for this because I've seen a couple of the stories and some of them are actually pretty creepy. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to read is a package marked "Return to Sender" by U Manson Lyset. It's loading. No, I don't want him. I want Okay, I have to. My neighbor is one of those annoying wannabe YouTube personalities. Like me? Yeah. Over the years, I've seen him cough out cinnamon, lay flat on the hood of his car as it slowly creeps into the driveway, and douse himself in lukewarm water, all while screaming, "Epic win, epic fail, or fuck, epic maintenance of status quo," for all I know. It can get tiring to watch him go about his shenanigans in the pursuit of vital fame. So when he knocked on my door the other day, told me that he was going away for a few weeks, and asked that I get his mail, honestly it was a relief. I can't explain the peace of mind I had knowing I didn't have to brace myself for any of his stupidity for over a while. I was always afraid his stunts would wind up bleeding over into my life. Things were pretty normal for the first couple of days. He received a few bills, a bit of spam, and what I could only assume was his birthday card. And then one evening, I got home to find a cardboard box waiting on the front porch. In big red letters was written, "Return to Sender." I'm no small fry, but I had to admit I had trouble lifting the box on my own. It was really freaking heavy. Lugging it across the road to my house was even harder, and I quickly realized there was no way I was going to drag it up the stairs and through my front door. I decided I'd leave his package in my garage. It wasn't like I kept my car there. The garage door was a piece of shit that refused to open without a good thug and whack. It was less trouble just leaving the car in the driveway than it was to fight the garage door every morning and night. In hindsight, I should have set the package down while I was struggling up to the tricky door, but you know, and how it is when you have a good grip on something, no point in setting it down if you don't have to. It was as I kicked the door open for a third time I lost my grip on the package and it fell to the ground. I heard a light crack inside. Shit, I cursed. I hoped I hadn't broken anything important, but figured I just wouldn't tell my neighbor about it and let him assume the break happened en route. Hands-free, I finally managed to get the garage door unstuck, and boy, did it in a screech protest as it rolled up and over me. I dragged the box the rest of the way, setting it in the corner for whenever my neighbor would come back to claim it. And then I forgot about it, until a few days passed, that is. I'm not sure exactly how long it took for the smell to waft from the crack under the garage to house door, but it came in slow progression. It was a sickly sweet odor similar to a skunk, and for the first few days after I smelled it, I generally assumed that's exactly what it was. Roadkill that left its mark on my house. It was only when I realized the scent was growing more intense instead of fading that I was looking for the source. That's when I opened the garage door, and that's when the odor knocked me back, holding my nose. The culprit wasn't hard to identify. The only change in my garage it was the box in the corner. I remember thinking it must have been one of those meat of the month subscription boxes. The meat must have gone rancid from being left out of the fridge for so long. How much meat has been in there for the whole box to be so large and heavy? An entire freaking cow? Maybe a human? I covered my nose as I approached the box, a pair of scissors in my hands. I probably wouldn't have needed them to open it, as it had become soggy enough at the bottom to poke through with a finger, but I wasn't about to poke my finger into spoiled meat juices. That soggy bottom was the reason I had to open the box in the first place. If I tried to drag it out whole, everything would spill onto the floor. I was going to have to dump the pieces of meat one garbage bag at a time and take them down to the dumpster, a process I wasn't looking forward to. The scissors tore through the tape along the top of the cardboard box. I thought the smell couldn't get any worse, but I flipped the flaps open, discovered a whole gamut of stink. It was like opening a burning oven, but instead of a heat wave, I was met with waves of piss, sweat, shit, and putrefaction. It was so bad that I staggered back and had to force down to puke, begging Gus allow me. I don't know. I don't think I could have handled the scent mingling with the horrors coming out of the box. I'm not ashamed to admit I ran out the door for a breath of fresh air, but in the short time I'd spent in the garage, the smell had been so integrated in the fabric of my clothes that it clung to me like a shadow. Nothing I tried could get the smell out of my nostrils. Not air fresheners, not a face mask, not 3 showers and a change of clothes. Every second the box lay open in my garage was another second the smell allowed a foothold into my home. I had to bite the bullet. I returned to the garage, flaps of the box still open, as though inviting me to look. I was prepared, a clothespin pinning my nostrils shut, a garbage bag in one hand, and the strongest cleaner I could find in the other, and long rubber gloves to keep my skin from having to touch what was inside. But as it turned out, I needed none of those things. I wouldn't have to touch or clean the contents of this box. I'd only have to suffer the nightmares every night. You see, there was meat in that box, but it didn't come from a cow or a pig. No, it was worse than that. It was my neighbor. Dead. Still in one piece, but dead. I called the cops, and naturally, they took me in for interrogation. It's kind of hard not to suspect the man with a corpse in his garage, after all. Thankfully, they soon realized I wasn't involved. My DNA might have been all over the box, the smell might have left a mark throughout my house, but there was one piece of infrangible evidence in my neighbor's own hands that provided my innocence: a vlogging camera. They showed me the footage only once. I'm not sure if they were allowed to, or if they felt so bad for me that they thought it couldn't hurt. Either way, I saw it. My neighbor was sitting in a box outside the shopping facility, laughing as he told the world how he was going to mail himself across the state lines. He'd brought pee bottles, food, a pillow, and a few flashlights. And his friend, a guy I'd seen at his place several times to help with the stunts, closed the lid and presumably dropped him off for shipment. Throughout the next couple days, or I'm honestly not sure, my neighbor recorded a few short clips about his progress. I think I'm in the truck now. I can feel it moving. Must be a warehouse. Pretty warm in here. Still got plenty of food. That kind of stuff. And then, on the last entry, the box toppled over. He broke his neck, and that was it. The camera recorded until either the memory card got too full or the battery died. There's one thing I didn't tell the police after they showed me the video. One thing I heard in the footage that will haunt me to the day I died. Just after the tumble that broke his neck, I heard the familiar screeching sound of my garage door. I mean, that was a pretty good story, but it's not like that creepy, if you know what I mean. I was kind of expecting the whole corpse thing. So, yeah. The next one we'll read, I guess, is the snowman ritual. The following is a set of instructions on how to perform the snowman ritual. This is a peace and prosperity ritual to be performed during the winter months in order to obtain favor and protection throughout the coming year, and will take 3 days to complete fully. The earliest written accounts of the ritual date back to 4th century CE in Greater Scythia, now Ukraine, and southernmost Russia. The translation has adapted the original materials used and the wording of the incarnations to be more accessible for modern societies. Despite these changes, recent attempts suggest that the correctly performed rite is still very effective. Tradition dictates that this ritual be performed on the days between Christmas Eve, or winter solstice, and New Year's Day, but in theory it should be efficient during any cold period where there's sufficient snowfall. The ritual works best for farmers and homeowners who keep livestock and/or pets. Urban apartment dwellers can attempt it, but have a much harder time ensuring that the ritual is not interrupted or disturbed during the 3-day duration. Warning: for your own safety, please read the entire document before attempting the ritual. You will need snow coverage of at least 3 inches, with temperatures near or below freezing over a 3-day period. 2 tree branches or wooden sticks, preferably forked at one end. String or rubber bands, plant material such as dead leaves or dried grass, vegetable oil such as canola or olive oil, animal material such as a strip of leather, clump of fur, clump of feathers, etc. And animal blood such as a cow or pig's blood. This can be purchased at your local butcher shop or supermarket. Scissors, a sterilized needle, a lock of your hair, a drop of your blood. At the edge of your property, build a snowman. It must be at least as tall as you are, so be sure to set the time and energy necessary, or enlist family or friends to help you. Ensure that the front of the snowman is facing away from your house. Use the tree branches on either side to form your snowman's arms, but do not give it a face. This will come later. At sundown, take the plant material, the vegetable oil, and the string or rubber bands out to the snowman. Facing the snowman, you should be looking at your house over its shoulder. Secure the plant materials as to its left hand, your right hand, and with the string or rubber bands. Dip your finger in the vegetable oil and press the finger into its left side of the face, your right side. This is the snowman's left eye. As you do this, recite the following: Snowman, snowman, see my land, hallowed soil on which we stand. Snowman, snowman, bless my home, guide me back if I roam. Afterwards, return to your house. Lock the door, draw the curtains, and go to bed before midnight. If you wake in the night and hear a shuffling noise in the snow, do not open your curtains. The snowman is moving about, judging your land and your home to see if you're worthy. If you wake up in the morning and your snowman has returned to its original position, congratulations. Your land will be safe for the next year, and you'll be sure to refrain from any long journey you take. Return. And from any long journey you take. If you wake up in the morning and the snowman is on a different part of your land, take heed of it. Whatever is near will be affected by some calamity within the following year. If you wake up in the morning and the snowman has not melted, but the snowman is gone. The snow is not melted, but the snowman is gone. Move. I don't think most people can afford just because the creepy snowman disappeared. The next day at sundown, take the animal material, the animal blood, and the string or rubber bands out to your snowman. Facing the snowman, you should be looking at your house over its shoulder. Secure the animal materials at the right hand, your left hand, with the string or rubber bands. Dip your finger into the blood and press the finger into its right side of your face, your left side. This is the snowman's right eye. As you do so, recite the following: Snowman, snowman, see my herd, pet and cattle, fish and bird. Snowman, snowman, bless my flock, grow them grass from thorn and rock. Afterwards, return to your house. Lock the door, draw the curtains, and go to bed before midnight. If you wake up in the night and hear a shuffling noise in your house, do not open your bedroom door. The snowman is moving about, judging if the animals in your care are worthy. If you wake up in the morning and the snowman has returned to its original position, congratulations. Your pets will be healthy for the next year, and any livestock you own will thrive. If you wake up in the morning and there is an inexpectable puddle of water near something your pet owns, like your dog's bed or a bird's cage, take heed of it. You should probably look into pet insurance for the next year. If you wake up in the morning and your snow is not melted, but the snowman is gone, say your goodbyes to them while you can. I am so, so sorry. The next day, at sundown, take the scissors and needle out to the snowman. Facing the snowman, you should be looking at your house over its shoulder. Use the needle to draw a drop of blood from your fingertip, and draw a straight line across the snowman's face, forming a groove in the snow. This is the snowman's mouth. Using the scissors, clip a lock of your hair and stuff it into the groove in the mouth, ensuring that it does not fall out. As you do this, recite the following: Snowman, snowman, see my breath, drawing ever unto death. Snowman, snowman, bless my heart, judge me whole, and hence depart. Afterwards, return to your home. Lock the door, draw the curtains, and go to bed before midnight. If you wake up in the night and feel a cold, dark presence in your bedroom, do not open your eyes. The snowman is standing over you, judging if your soul is worthy. If you wake up in the morning, congratulations. The snowman will have returned to its original position, having judged you worthy. You can expect good health and fortune for the following year. Warning: to date, there are no surviving accounts of what happens to someone who is judged as unworthy. Take from that what you will. The next day, before sundown, preferably when the sun is highest, go over to the snowman. Approach it only from behind. Do not walk around to face it. Demolish the snowman completely. Break the tree branches as many times as possible and scour the snow around the yard as evenly as you can. Make sure there is no trace of its remains. Say absolutely nothing. Once the snowman is demolished, the ritual is complete. Enjoy your year of peace and prosperity. Use it well, for when the days grow short and your luck runs thin, you may find yourself looking anxiously for the next deep snowfall. If so, I pray the snowman might judge you whole this year and every year after. So that was an interesting read. I'd want to try it, but the thing is, I have a cat, her name is Ash, and I don't want her to die because the snowman feels her unworthy. And also, I don't know how I feel about giving a creepy snowman access to my everything to judge and see if we're worthy. But if this video gets enough likes and I get enough subscribers, then maybe. Okay? So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I might make a part 2. So, bye. Oh, by the way, this comment. I feel like if I tried this, I might buy snow cone flavors and eat him on day 2. Gets possessed. Darn it, Johnny, what did I tell you about eating cursed things?